Welcome to a Trucker's Mind podcast. I'm Eddie McGee.
It's your boy K Things.
And we're back, man. Episode 394.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's get right into it. Mark Sanchez got stabbed. Let's talk about it. All right. Recently, Mark Sanchez was stabbed. He was on some drunk, belligerent situation, and he was walking around. Apparently, it looks like he was looking for trouble. I mean, there's still a lot to be named here. Is this thing working, the plug-in?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. We'll go ahead and play this video for you guys real quick. Hold on 1 second. Let's see.
Bruh, look at this.
Tonight, the new video here showing former NFL quarterback Mark Sanchez, who was arrested in his hospital bed after that alleged altercation with a delivery truck driver. This time, the video showing what appears to happen before the alleged altercation. And here's Matt Rivers.
Tonight, new video appearing to show former NFL star Mark Sanchez moments before that violent encounter with a delivery driver that authorities say Sanchez instigated. In the surveillance video obtained by TMZ Sports, a delivery truck driven by 69-year-old Perry Toll turns into an alley in downtown Indianapolis just after midnight. A short time later, Sanchez appears on camera, slowly making his way in the opposite direction. Walking back and forth for several minutes on another street, he appears to briefly chat with a stranger. Minutes later, he's seen running back down that same alley. And it's in that alley where police say Sanchez confronts Toll allegedly over parking. In court documents, Toll says Sanchez smelled of alcohol. I was in that alley earlier this week. The altercation happening right there. Police saying Sanchez attacked the delivery driver. The driver then responding, they say, in self-defense, using pepper spray, even stabbing Sanchez several times. Bleeding, he then takes off down that alleyway. Video showing Sanchez then running away. Later, in video obtained by the New York Post, Sanchez is bloodied, clutching his chest as he stumbles. Police descending on the scene, the driver taken away in a stretcher. The driver's family sharing this photo of him in the hospital.
Oh, my God.
David, toxicology reports are still pending. Sanchez is charged with felony battery. His family says he's focused on his recovery as the legal process plays out. David?
Matt Rivers, who's been following this case all week for us. Thank you. Tonight,
All right. I think I'm pretty comfortable to say fuck Mark Sanchez. And the reason why I say that is Mark is just a little bit younger than me. I think I'm 1 or 2 years older than him. Like, attacking a man that's nearly 70 years old doing his job, there's just no excuse for that. Now, I think that being drunk and belligerent, the biggest issue with alcoholism is being drunk can cause you to be a person that you would not normally be. So, for example, you ever been out somewhere and there's this girl that she's not saying much? You know, she's just out and about, whatever. And then she starts getting 2 drinks, 4 drinks, 5 drinks, 7 drinks. And now she's jumping all over guys. And her friends got to stop her from being a hoe. I've seen that many times. Like, some people, they lower their inhibitions when they're drinking alcohol. They become a completely different person. And in this case, Mark Sanchez became a different person. You ever seen somebody that gets drunk and they become very emotional? They're crying over everything. Like, man, I don't know. I don't know what's up in my life. And they crying all over the place. They normally don't act like this. But some people become a completely different character when they're under the influence of alcohol. And for those people, I tell you not to drink. I tell everyone not to drink in general. But yeah, don't do this. Also, the policy, I guess the company that the 69-year-old man worked for had mentioned that it's against their policy to have weapons, right? But I think it was corny. I think it was corny because they just wanted to they wanted to distance themselves from the fact that that older man had a knife. But let's be clear. The company's policy and your life are 2 different discussions. Because that man that was delivering, it was around 2 a.m. And I think he understands, you know, he understands like the landscape of what it's like to do that job that late at night while also being pretty much elderly. He's retirement age, still working a job that late at night. And who knows what that man has seen. So he did his best to protect himself, and he needed to do that. Some of his colleagues said, I can't believe this happened to him. Like, I don't think he's ever been in a fight in his life. Yeah. You know, and he used pepper spray on Mark Sanchez. He tried to get him off. He had to stab him. What did he say? 7 times? He Yeah, to stab him 7 fucking times.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, and then you look at the pictures of the elderly man, and his neck is all fucked up. He's got bruises on his face. Mark Sanchez, yes, he was a quarterback, but any man that plays in the NFL is a large physical man.
Yeah, Mark is not a small dude.
He is not a small dude. Mark got to be at least 240 pounds at the smallest. He's about 6'3", give or take. So he's a large young man. You know, even a guy like Tom Brady is not no slouch. Don't get it fucked up. Tom Brady about 6'5", probably about 225, something like that. But they showed Tom Brady running a 40, and he's faster now than he was his rookie year in the NFL.
When did he run it?
He ran a 40 recently. It was probably about a year or two ago.
Oh, okay.
He ran a 5 flat.
Okay.
And
I thought he ran like a 4.9.
He didn't run no 4 nothing. He ran a 5 flat. But he ran a 5.1 when he came into the league.
Dang.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
But I guarantee you, if you try to grab Tom Brady or some shit, he's stronger than what you think.
Yeah,
trust
for sure.
me. To make a long story short, man, I think it's important to not just. There are people saying oh man, this is messed up. Mark Sanchez got stabbed, man. Praying for a speedy recovery before they knew he attacked an old man.
Yeah, that's how I felt the same way. Like I thought it was a thing where Mark Sanchez had just was probably out at a club or something like that in Indiana after doing his job or whatever, and he got stabbed. But it's not until a few days later that people realized that he was the one that, because he got arrested, and that's when we was like, what the heck? Why would he get arrested if he the one that got stabbed? And then more information came out that he was the one that was being the aggressor, and he was walking around downtown drunk and stuff like that. So yeah, I think kind of what you were saying. Some people should just never drink at all. If you behave that way, like just to see him walking around downtown aimlessly drunk is just like a telltale sign that you should not be drinking at all. Like you're a former NFL quarterback that is now a sports commentator or a sports announcer on, that's on TV every week. And you were just downtown Indiana walking around like, it just looks so stupid. Yeah. Like, what are you doing? Yeah, he's definitely a person that, hopefully he learned his lesson, because he might. I don't think they're gonna give him time just because he's, I'm sure he has good lawyers and things like that. But I would imagine he's within the next few days are going to be fired from relieved from his duties as a sports commentator.
Absolutely. At the end of the day, these companies are about their bottom line.
Yeah.
And it doesn't look good to have somebody on air that was beating on a 69-year-old delivery driver. That's not a good look. I don't know where he's going to get a job, but he fucked his whole career up.
Right.
Like he completely fucked it up. And I'll say this. This could bring about the conversation or the rumblings of CTE. Outside of alcohol, how much could his brain have to do with his actions?
I don't know. I don't really want to speculate about that. But yeah.
I mean, we can speculate. The amount of NFL players that have died and had their brain used for research, most of them have came back with brain trauma, like legit brain trauma, which can bring about like behaviors that are affected by, depending on what's damaged, the frontal lobe or whatever the case.
Yeah.
And these behaviors just become more and more. Like Junior Seau took his life, but he was starting to have, behaviors and behaving a certain way. Now, to us, he might be regular. Like he's commentating on TV, he does a great job, but who knows if he has any episodes or not? We don't know that.
Yeah, we don't.
Yeah. But it's worth speculation.
I mean, not really. I think it doesn't matter if he has CTE, because we only going to be able to find out once they cut his head open, once he passes away.
Yeah.
But, for the time being, he got arrested for being intoxicated and beating up a 69-year-old man. So, I mean, that's all we really know at the end of the day. But, yeah, so felony charges, I'm sure we're going to find out more information. But, yeah, that's
it's felony charges, but he's gonna get pretty sure he's gonna get sued. I really hope Mark Sanchez has made some lucrative investments over the years. He's gonna need every bit of money that he has, because he's not gonna be working on network television anymore.
Yeah,
anymore.
but he's like a Orange County kid, ain't he?
I believe so. So
Yeah,
I'm sure
I
his
think
family.
I think
His
he's
family's
gonna be
pretty
all right.
loaded, but you know you can't be a daddy's boy when you're a grown ass man outside the NFL. So I assume there should be some line. Well, fuck him. First of all, like he put himself in this position. So who cares if he has the money to protect themselves or not? Like I think you kind of void of having. I'm a little bit void of having that empathy for somebody to attack somebody that's old enough to be his dad. You know, that's pretty fucked up. You know, everybody, and I'm gonna tell you something like this. Let's say I'm dating a chick, right? And she mentioned that she probably had an issue with drinking at one time and she stopped drinking. And let's say she went out with her friends, she had too much to drink, and there's like a 75-year-old woman, and my girlfriend attacks that woman, and, you know, she goes to the hospital. Once I get the news, I'm leaving her. I can't be around a grown woman that can't control her alcohol intake, and then she attacks a elderly woman. I don't even want to be seen around you anymore. You're an embarrassment, and I don't want to be affiliated with you in any capacity. It's no different. Like, I don't even care. Like, if let's say I'm with a chick and she gets in drunken fights, I don't want to have nothing to do with you. You're going to put my life in danger. So I'm saying that because I can imagine whoever Mark Sanchez is dating, they wouldn't be wrong for leaving him.
Yeah.
How can you trust somebody that beat up on an old man? How could you have kids with that person, or how could you trust them not to turn a knife or their fist on you? That's, hey man, that's bad luck.
Yeah, it's a wild scenario, but yeah, I mean, I don't really, I don't have no empathy for him out, as soon as I heard the news that he was the aggressor in this situation, it's like, hopefully he get everything that he deserved, man.
Don't take that butt fumble out on that old man. Remember the
That's
butt
funny.
fumble?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's what he's known for. But the thing about it, when he came in his rookie year, he did a hell of a job for the Jets.
He didn't have a great career, but he did well enough to earn himself a spot, talking about, football every Sunday.
Well, that rookie year was epic, man.
Yeah.
I think that's what he's really known for. They had a Hard Knocks that year when Mark Sanchez came his first year at the USC.
Yeah, they had a couple playoff games and stuff like that. So
yeah.
he wasn't the greatest quarterback ever, but
no, but his career started out very promising. And that's the year where I think Bart Scott was like, Bart Scott had a big mouth and was talking. He was like the personality of that defense over there with the Jets.
Yeah,
that's back when LaDainian Tomlinson came over there, and what's his name? Taylor. What's his name of the light skinned defensive end?
Jason Taylor.
Jason Taylor when he came over there, and they had a stacked team, man. They had a stacked team. But yeah, anyways, shout out. Good luck to the elderly man that was attacked.
Yeah. Sure.
I've got no other conversation for Mr. Sanchez there. All right. Good luck in prison. Switching gears. Toyota Camry charging subscription fees for features. Now, it's not just Toyota Camry. It's Toyota in general, and there's other cars that are doing it too. But let me give you a little video explanation of what's going on with these damn fees. It's a little bit fucked up.
Boy, nigga, so...
Okay.
Toyota is charging us $600 a year to keep all of our functions on our 2025 Camry after we've owned it for a year. Let's go ahead and dive into what it is. Well, everything's a subscription nowadays, so it shouldn't be too surprising that cars are now wanting a subscription as well. And after a year, Toyota expires some of the vehicle functions. So what are those functions? Well, probably the biggest thing that expires after a year is remote start via the Toyota app. So you used to be able to, from anywhere, open the app and remote start your vehicle to get it cooled down. That's no longer a thing after a year. You also lose the digital key functionality, so you have to take your keys everywhere with you. You can no longer use your watch or your phone. Another big thing that expired is our navigation. Despite us buying the high-end XSE trim level with the big screen, when we tab to the navigation menu, guess what? It's now expired, and if I hit get started, all it wants to do is sell me this subscription. So how much is the subscription? Well, $15 a month is the entry-level price. If you want the app functionality already with things like navigation, which I feel like we already paid for. Now, if you want additional things like Apple Music to be able to function inside the car natively, that's $25 a month. And then if you want Wi-Fi on top of that, that's an additional $25 a month. So yes, you can spend $50 a month on this Camry in subscriptions, $600 a year. Now, of course, we're not doing that.
We get it.
All right. Well, yeah, you got tired of his voice.
I was just like, he's just running down the list. We kind of get what's going on.
Typically, I don't have my finger in my ass, but right now, my finger's deep in there. $25 a month, you do anal, put your finger in there, lubrication or no lubrication, it's additional $50 for a blowjob. Like, all right, motherfucker, we get it.
When I like to pick my boyfriend up for a date.
Oh, shit. God damn it. Oh, dang. When I get this pussy ready. All right, enough of this. Subscriptions are just out of fucking control. I look at my transactions every month, and I look at the things I subscribe to, and I purposely have reduced things. I like to have a very simplistic transaction list every month now, just simply because like you start to be like, yo, how much do I watch this shit? Do I watch it enough to have it? Like I almost thought about canceling my Netflix, but I just don't want to do that because they come up with like some good shows or whatever, and I'm like, solid, I'm like, it's pretty solid.
And
so
sporting events and stuff.
Yeah, so I don't want to cancel my Netflix, and I have Hulu because I have Spotify, and the Spotify kind of pays for the Hulu or whatever. But I used to have like the best Hulu version, but now it got reduced to the ones with ads.
Yeah,
I'm like, you motherfuckers, when did you switch it?
Ads. They should
remix
the Big Sean.
Oh, how'd that song go to Big Sean?
It's like ass. Now make the mother. Yeah. Shout out to Big Sean.
Yeah. Big Sean be like, I'm paying for them subscriptions, boy. Nah, man. This is where we are in 2025. It's just plain greed. That is all it is. They're gonna find a way to say, if you want to lock your door, it's gonna be $2 a month. Reporting live from Wisconsin, WE7. We have the 2029 Toyota Camry with a new lock door feature that means you're going to have to pay $2 a month to ensure your door locks the right way. It's like, dog, all you're doing is turning basic needs, or not even, this is like basic features into subscriptions. It's just pure greed. Why do I need to pay you for that? Also, there's a really easy fix for all this shit. You ready, Keith?
What's that?
They said that you can't do remote start from like inside your home to start the car to cool it down or whatever. How about you walk your lazy fucking ass to your car and do it yourself?
Bro, that's my whole thing. When I heard him, I get it. I have 2 points. I get it that like these businesses are, I'm not even saying they're taking advantage of us. There's businesses that are not doing so well. So in my business mind, I could understand that you need to find ways to generate revenue, and that may look like whatever it looks like. As a consumer, though, my second point is we don't have to subscribe to that.
No.
Like, these are first world problems.
Absolutely.
This dude is really complaining about a subscription fee that he don't have to apply to. When he said, my GPS won't work, I'm like, okay, I just do this. I got a little magnet on the back of my thing. I get my
fucking cell phone,
charge it, whatever, and then I sit it right there on the dashboard, and then whenever I need to turn right or whatever, I see it right there on my phone, and then I just follow the directions. It's done me well. I don't got no type of LED screen in my car or nothing, and I get around just fine.
No, I got a negative LED.
Secondly, when we talking about music, dog, you probably got a Bluetooth stereo system. Just play the album you want to play the song you want to play from whatever. You don't have to have Apple Music or whatever connected to your thing. I think all of those, like, fine, I get the complaining about it, but these are all just first world problems, dog.
Absolutely.
Like, it is not, and all those features are extremely convenient. So if I had them on my car, I might be more understanding. But dog, I open my car with a key. I turn the ignition on with a key.
Yes,
Push to start. If it's hot outside, I walk through the heat, open my door, and then I turn on my thing.
That's
and
it.
It's going to take 30 minutes for my car to cool down. But that's just the reality of my situation. So if somebody's on here complaining about all these features not working, I'm like, dog, don't none of them features work on my car.
None.
And I
don't even have those features.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, come on, man. You gotta pick a different plight.
Yeah, you do. Because I just think there's people that want to pay for convenience. That they know that there is I guess a consensus that does not mind paying for convenience, and they're like, cool. We could charge these people because they're idiots. So they're
going to pay for it.
They're going to pay for it regardless. They're like, a lot of Americans get treated literally like cattle. Like they know that they're going to flock to whatever it is. Whenever they come out with like, I don't know, a new burger from a place, they know people are going to line up for it. When they make a new Raising Cane's, that there's going to be a fucking line around the building. Yeah. They just selling you the same shit. But I don't know. I just think it's a little bit strange. The things that are coming as far as subscriptions. I think what's another one I've seen that was really strange. Okay, I've got Prime Video, but they give me everything. No, I think that's a lie. I think that they still have movies on there that you can rent, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that are not like
they're not a part of.
Yeah, not a part of Amazon Prime, but you could rent any movie on there.
I think my Prime is like $16.
16?
I think so.
I actually don't know what mine. I think mine is a little cheaper because I used to have EBT. So
what?
I used to have EBT.
What's that got to do with anything?
They used to have like a reduced price for like if you had EBT or something.
Are you fucking serious?
Yeah.
What?
It was like it might be like $7. It might have went up a little bit, but
no way.
Yeah, if you had EBT, it was like a reduced price or something. I don't know why, but yeah, they used to do that. Amazon is for the people.
I don't get how the fuck you got away with that. $7?
I used to have EBT, man.
That's wild.
They never asked me again, so
you know what the EBT card? You know what EBT stand for, right?
What?
Eat better tonight.
Eat booty tonight.
The dude that was doing a little thing, he was like, I need the seats to cool down for my boyfriend because his butt gets really hot. Oh, man.
That's crazy.
Yeah, man.
But no, I think that, this is what I was going to say. This is just a Toyota thing, which is, whatever. Like, it doesn't apply to me. I get the overall idea of it, but there are different cases that people can have like more legitimate gripes over.
Yes.
Because there's some services where even there's music software like plugins.
Yes.
So there's a few examples I have. One, there's like music. I think it was Waves. Like there was Waves. So Waves is like they make plugins like compressors and different things for like virtual plugins for music software and stuff like that. So what Waves did, you used to be able to buy the plugin. So say it's like a compressor or something. You'd buy it for $20 or $30 or something like that, and then you could download it onto your computer and just use it in your Logic or Pro Tools or whatever. What they tried to do is they completely eliminated all of the plugins that you could purchase, and they went strictly to a subscription model. But the internet was in an uproar. Like all the influencers started making videos. Everybody was complaining on Reddit, on Twitter, all these different platforms. And they put so much pressure on the company that they had to revert and make it so that you could either have their subscription or you could buy the plugins outright. So those are, situations where it's a little different because, they completely eliminate the option of you purchasing something outright. But there's situations now where, like you said, where you can just go to your car and turn it on, or, you have other ways or other, maybe not as convenient, but other ways that you can utilize the software or the map, Google Maps or Apple Maps on your phone. Like, so there's nothing really to complain about. You can complain about it, but don't complain about it and then still spend your money. Just save your money if you don't want to buy the Toyota subscription or whatever. Yeah,
honestly, this is a different take, but don't buy new cars in general. They're garbage. Like new cars now, they just don't have the engineering that older ones had. The older cars were built to last, and they stood the test of time. I'll give you two examples. Keith, you drive it's a 95 Jeep, right?
Yeah.
That's got a 4.6. And I was watching some like videos on different motors. And the 4.6 motor, especially in that Jeep, it's one of the most reliable motors ever built. Like that motor is superior, man. It's a hell of a motor. It's easy to work on, and it's got a high resale value as well for those Jeeps. And I got a '96 Chevy Silverado. It's got a rebuilt motor in it. Runs great. No problems. No check engine lights or nothing. Some people would say those cars are too old. I don't want a car that old. It's like, that's fine, but your shit might break down before me and Keith does. The way that these cars are now, and trust me when I tell you, as a truck driver, I go up the Grapevine all the time, and I see new cars broke down all the fucking time. I see 2020s broke down. I see 2022s broke down. I'm talking about brand new trucks, GMCs, all kinds of trucks. These trucks got motors blowing out at 30,000 miles, dude. They got they got transmissions blowing out at 50,000 miles.
Yeah.
And it's just because they put a bunch of junk together and sell it to the people. And I don't know if it's a ploy or it's on purpose to like move us to electric, or if it's just laziness. Or what did we just talked about? Was it not the? I don't know if it was the last episode.
Yeah, it was the last episode.
You know what I'm talking about? Where they called it planned. I forgot the name.
Obsolescence.
Planned obsolescence, where it's literally not against the law for them to determine the shelf life of the car, and it can make it as long or as short as they want, and they don't have to discuss it with the public. And that's like legal. It's legal for them to do that. Like that's a bullshit business practice. Like what's crazy too is it's planned obsolescence. And the example I gave was this light bulb. There's a light bulb that has been working since 1901, I believe it is. 1901 or 1906, one of them. And that same light bulb is working. But all of our light bulbs at home, they fucking blow out. And it's on purpose, so we keep having to buy it. That's the game. Because without you getting new light bulbs, the demand's going to be so low you can't make money off it.
Yeah.
So it's like, bro, they playing us, man.
Yeah.
I'm sure that there's a tire somewhere. I'm sure there's a tire somewhere that has been on a car or a freaking wagon or something, and it's the same tire from like 1926. And it's probably only like 20 of them made in the world that haven't blown out since. That's how it is, man. They make these great products, and they purposely keep it primitive so they can make money. Like, for example, you know how they got that feature to parallel park, right? Like on these new cars, when you pull up, it'll parallel park itself by using all the sensors to get you in a tight spot. However, the technology back in the 30s, I think it was late 1920s, the cars, instead of parallel park, they literally, the tires, they would pull up to the spot, right? Imagine this. Imagine you're in a car in the 1920s, and then all the tires pivot to the right, like all of them. It's like an all-wheel drive where they all twist to the right, and then they drive sideways to put you into the parking spot. They had that in the 20s. If you go to YouTube or if you go to TikTok and look up that feature, they had that feature in the 20s. They had electric windows, I believe. It was in the 20s they had that. And it's like, bro, you mean to tell me y'all barely coming up with this shit now?
Yeah.
Like, stop it. You see that Hummer that got like a crab feature to it? Where it like kind of like drives sideways? They had that in the fucking 20s. Like, come on, you mean to tell me we can't have better technology than a Tesla right now? Get out of here.
Yeah.
Stop, bro.
I think we have progressed a little more.
There was a dude that created a car that ran off like water, literal water, but then that guy came up missing. Yeah.
That's not funny.
No, that's not funny, but I mean, it's the truth.
Yeah.
Yeah, they said, he's like, I got a car that can run off water, guys. I think I made a great. Oh, who is that?
He probably really good at Marco Polo.
What do you mean?
You know, it's like a game he play in the water. Like Marco Polo. And then you just never heard from him again.
Yeah. After he said Marco, they ain't seen him since.
Yeah.
Quite some time ago. Can you imagine? You come out with this video. Hey, guys, I've got a great revelation here. You know, we got something new. This is the future of driving. It's the future of cars. Somebody's at the door. Let me get back to you guys really quick, all right? And who is it? And then the video camera just fall down, the VHS camera. Oh, man.
That's the truth.
It's kind of weird how every time somebody invents something like that, they come up missing.
Right. Yeah.
Bro, I think that we could come out with a car that runs off trash.
Somebody just did something recently where they made like fuel created out of plastic.
Yeah, the black guy. Mm-hmm. He made it out of plastic. He'll probably end up missing soon too.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
It's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's creating so little bit of fuel that I think that it's not going to be an issue.
Yeah.
But he's using plastic. And I think the thing about it is him using plastic is genius because we have a surplus of plastics that are in our landfills that have contaminated our soil. Excuse me. And the thing about plastic, it's not biodegradable. So it's not good for our planet. It's not good for our bodies. We have microplastics throughout our whole body.
Yeah.
It's affecting our, and it's weird. Like in the 90s, I remember when they were still using glass bottles for Gatorade, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you remember that or not?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. That was a great time. Gatorade tasted so good, dude. Some of you guys listening right now, you have never experienced Gatorade in a glass bottle.
Yeah.
And it is one of the most tasty things you've ever drinking before. Because the Gatorade now tastes a little bit like the bottle, right? But back in the day, they only had a few colors. All they had was orange, red. They had Tropical Punch that was fire, bro. I don't think they don't even have Tropical Punch anymore. But they had it in the 90s. They had that, and then they had Lemon Lime was too good. Lemon Lime might have been the best flavor. And then what was that? Did they have another one? That was it, bro. They only had a few flavors of Gatorade back in the 90s. And then later on they had the Fierce, the Fierce ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gatorade Fierce, and then they had what's the other one? Gatorade Arctic Freeze or whatever they call it.
Yeah.
And then they had another one that was just a bunch of nasty flavors.
Yeah.
It's just full of sugar. Anyways, I think we've exhausted this topic. We're talking about other shit. Let's move on.
Yeah.
Switching gears. Arizona Cardinals head coach physically assaults player on the sideline. Can't do that. Can't do that, buddy. All right. Cardinals head coach Jonathan Gannon under NFLPA investigation after appearing to strike player on the sideline. Head coach Jonathan Gannon is being investigated by the NFLPA after he appeared to strike running back Emari Demercado following his costly fumble in Sunday's loss to the Tennessee Titans. According to the report, the NFL's Players Association told USA Today that it is investigating the heated sideline interaction in the fourth quarter that came after Demercado dropped the ball before reaching the goal line, and that would be a 76-yard touchdown. The score would have given Arizona a 21-point lead late the game, but instead the ball bounced out of the back of the end zone, resulting in a touchback and turnover. The Titans rallied from behind to win the game 22-21. Oh, my God. Videos on social media showed the tense interaction between Gannon and Demercado. Gannon appeared to strike Demercado in the midsection, although it was not entirely visible in the exchange captured during the broadcast. Gannon addressed the situation on Monday, saying he didn't feel great about it the morning after.
That's a great statement by the head coach.
What?
I'm being sarcastic.
Yeah, didn't feel great about it.
Yeah.
How about you just, I think he came out with more nuance and said, he apologized and he didn't mean it to whatever. But, you should never get in that situation. Like, don't get it fucked up. Gannon's not that old. I think he's like 42. But these are grown men that lift weights, right? You need to always understand that. These are grown men that lift weights and are athletes for a living. And I know you're getting mad and you want to hit them and you want to pump them up, but if they decided to get physical with you, you're going to have a fucking problem. I remember Andy Reid almost got whooped on when he was coaching the Eagles. It was Cullen Jenkins on the sideline. And he said something and he got in his face, and then Cullen got up like, "Hey, man, what the fuck is wrong with you?" And they had to hold Cullen Jenkins back. And Cullen was a defensive tackle.
Yeah.
Like, you don't, Andy Reid just looks like he just eats burgers. That's not a situation you want to get involved with. But, yeah, man, inexcusable behavior by the head coach. Personally, I think he should be suspended. That's my Oh, yeah, he should be suspended. Because if a player was to strike a coach on the sideline, it would cause a bigger stir.
Yeah.
Why is this coach striking why is this player striking a coach? But when a coach, and also too, I think coaches know who they could play, like try that shit with.
Yeah.
You're not gonna be doing that with a guy that you know got a screw loose.
Yeah.
Because some of these dudes will beat your ass on the sideline.
Yeah.
Because it's at some point, yes, you guys, that's a head coach, but you guys are more colleagues than anything. Because some of these head coaches don't really be like that old no more. They be like 40, 39, 38. So you barely older than some of these fucking players.
Yeah.
You know, and they look at you as like you older, but you more like a peer.
Right.
Because when the Rams won a Super Bowl, they left tackle was older than the head coach. You know that, right?
Yeah, Sean McVay is super young.
Yeah, McVay is only like, I think he might be 1 year younger than me. I think he's 39.
Yeah, and he's been coaching for like 9 years or something.
Yeah, Sean McVay is fucking young. Sean McVay is 39. Yep, 39 years old. And Bob Whitworth was fucking in his 40s already at that time, I think. Because Bob is, let me see. Bob Whitworth. What the heck?
I think I'll just cut it. But I think that when you have, I've seen it before personally where our football coach like put his hands on a player, but I just think there's no place for it because I think one, these are the leaders of football teams, and it's a very emotional game. You know, it's a lot. You're out there battling. You're trying to figure out what the offense is doing, trying to figure out what the defense is doing. And I think when you have like part of football and part of being good at football is being able to maintain your composure, not getting too high, not getting too low, because I don't think that play cost them the game. I think that their reaction to that play cost them the game.
Absolutely.
When we were playing football in high school, we had this thing we called it heck yeah. And it was a thing, and it didn't always work, but it was like almost like a positive affirmation for like a mistake happening, right? So say for example, we do something like that, right? And like, you know, maybe somebody fumble on the 1 yard line or whatever, and it go out of, we would say heck yeah as a way not to get too down on ourselves, and as a way to prevent us from like just talking bad about our teammates. You know, is a way to kind of uplift us up and or uplift us. But I think that, you know, in that situation, and I didn't watch the game, and I don't care to watch a Cardinals game ever really, but you know, in that situation, I can tell, like, if your coach lose his emotion like that, and yelling is going to happen because players be screwing up a lot of times, you know, whether they missed assignments or whatever. But something like that, I think it kind of like sucks the air out of the room. Like when you see your coach put your hands on another player, and the other player was already kind of consoling him, and he already feels bad about the situation, you know. So I just think that was a little wild. And I think it's important that there's consequences for this, because the way that the Players Association work and the way that head coaches work, like they're in kind of two different stratospheres, right? Like the Players Association is essentially like a union for the players, and it's there to protect them in terms of contracts. It's there to protect them in terms of, you know, the amount of practices that they can have, just overall like a union to protect them, just like the union for, you know, UPS drivers, or the union for, you know, trash men or whatever, or union for the mailman or whatever. All these different sectors have unions. So that's just the union for them. But I think that it's very important to set an example for coaches around the leagues that you shouldn't be putting your hands on players, and vice versa. I think when Travis Kelce had checked Andy Reid, he like bumped into him. Same sort of thing. Like that's like there's no form of sports that should be like, it shouldn't be in there at all. You know what I mean? So I think that hopefully there's some consequences involved, because that's like that's out. I don't think that's good.
No, not at all. Yeah, it just obviously it has no place in the game. But I think that coaches need to understand that these are grown men. And if you are frustrated and you do something to them, they could fuck you up. And that's a bad look. Because imagine you do that to a player, they beat you up, your eyes is black, and your nose is bloody, and now you still got to coach the team, ain't nobody going to respect you no more. Not only did you not control your behavior, but you got your ass whooped too.
Right.
Look, imagine this. If you are a great disciplinarian and a hell of a great coach, and a player gets irate, they get in your face, and you get in an actual fight with the player, and you put hands on him, you get the respect of the whole team that way. They're like, yo, he the head coach, but he'll fight you if he have to. You know? That's why I suggest coaches always be in some type of physical shape. Because you never know when these players are going to try you, man.
Yeah.
You never know. You know, because another thing, too, is if let's say you're a high school coach, you never want to have any issue with the young man or teenager at all. But God forbid you're in a situation where you have to control that young man. You got to grab him. You know, you got to grab him and physically move him. You need to be in a position where you can do that. Because sometimes these guys like, it happens. If one of your players gets in a fight with another player, you can't be like, hey, guy, a whistle not going to save you. You could blow on that whistle 5 or 10 times. But that don't mean they're going to stop punching each other in the face.
Right.
You're going to have to intervene and break that shit up.
Nah, I'm chilling.
You ain't going to shit.
I'm chilling.
I'm not. You want to know why I'm not chilling?
Yeah. Because
as a head coach that's watching all of this, I can't watch a brain injury. I can't watch, a spinal injury. I can't watch a broken bone or an injury that prohibits one of the players from playing in the game. Because now, if I'm an onlooker and the parents is mad, oh my God. Now that's a whole nother.
I don't think so. I mean, most football fights is like you punching helmets and stuff like that.
Yeah, but you can still get injured.
I mean, I don't know. I'm not. What ends up happening is you end up getting hurt. Like you end up getting punched in the head because you trying to, I think that you can like try to, hey boys, like, blow your whistle, whatever. But I'm cool. I'm not, even at school, like I'm not breaking up no fight. I'm good.
I remember one time, Coach McEwen, rest in peace, man. Coach McEwen tried to have the defensive line do deadlifts before the game. And
that's ridiculous.
And nigga, we told on his ass. Swear to God, like he was like, get you guys pumped up, man. Get in there, get in the gym, do some deadlifts to get your body going. And then we was like, everybody did, and nobody was like just like crybabies a week. We was undefeated.
Yeah,
we was 13-0 that year, my junior year. But we was like, hey, coach, like, because we told Coach Harnett, he was like, hey, coach, I guess Coach McEwen trying to get us to do deadlifts. He's like, deadlifts? No, get in here. Don't go in that gym. Go in here right now. We was like, whew, thank God.
That's a little wild. I mean, I think getting a light little pump, is not bad, but I don't know. That's a little.
He's one of them old school rugged white guys.
No science, just like
bro science.
Yeah. Where is McEwen from? Is he from Bakersfield?
I don't think he was from Bakersfield, but he was a legit collegiate athlete. He was almost in the Olympics as a discus thrower. He had a video where he had broken a record that made him qualify for the Olympics. And he threw the shit. He brought the video to school and we watched it and we was like, oh shit. And then like at the end he was crying and he cut it off. He's like, all right, that's enough. We was like, Coach, you crying, man?
Yeah, ain't no telling, man. His career might have been, who knows what happened,
But he was good in everything, dude. Coach McEwen was a baller, bro. I remember one time I was in the gym shooting some hoops, just fucking around, and then he came in there, and I didn't even know he had played basketball. He had a jumper. He could dunk everything.
Really?
Yeah, Coach McEwen, crazy. That motherfucker had game.
Yeah.
McEwen, that was at least around 6'4", probably around 260 something.
Yeah.
270 something.
Hey, Coach McEwen, I mean, I don't think it worked out for him as a head coach, but as an assistant, he is a legend at BHS.
Yeah.
Because he was there when y'all was there, and he was there when we was there.
Oh, when you got there, he was still there.
Yeah, he got multiple championships.
Holy shit.
Under his belt, different eras too.
Was he there? What year was he there with you?
He was there up until my senior year.
Damn, he was there that long?
So I think when we were junior, was he there? I don't know, maybe 2 years, 2 or 3 years, one of those. I know for sure he was an offensive line coach.
Okay, because I think he became a head coach over at Miramonte after that.
Yeah, he had left BHS, and then he became a head coach. But yeah, he he was doing his thing at BHS.
Yeah, we had a really cool outside linebackers coach too, Coach David Hen. David Hen was a small Asian guy. I think he was like Korean, but he played there in the early '90s, like
At BHS.
Oh yeah, he played, and he was only about 5'7", but Coach Hen played guard and fucking defensive end, and I seen his stats and shit, and he had like it was like pictures of him in the early '90s, like playing at BHS, and I was like, this is a tough little motherfucker.
Yeah.
To be playing guard.
Damn,
he was a
crazy.
pulling guard,
Yeah.
a little Asian guy.
Yeah.
And he was whacking motherfuckers.
I bet.
Yeah, he's a tough guy, man.
Yeah.
But I wonder what he's doing now, Coach Hen. I look for
tell me.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody played any ball here or knows him, but if you do, tell him Eddie's looking for him.
Yeah.
He's a great guy. Anyways, switching gears. Charlie Kirk halftime show. Let's talk about it. Basically, this halftime show has been a response to Bad Bunny, because I guess some people, right-wing people, are not really that comfortable with this, and they wanted something for themselves. And if that's what they want, fine. I mean, I don't see a problem with it. I don't know what the content is, but let me go ahead and drop this video to give you some more clarity on what's happening here.
J.D. Vance got shut.
The organization founded by slain right-wing activist Charlie Kirk has announced counter-programming for the Super Bowl halftime show featuring Bad Bunny. Turning Point USA announced what they're calling the All-American halftime show on social media, saying the event will focus on, quote, faith, family, and freedom. The announcement drew criticism online for targeting a halftime show featuring Bad Bunny, who is an American. The group has not arranged any entertainment yet, but described their program options as, quote, anything in English and worship. The organization found.
Oh man, so yeah. But look here, man. If Turning Point USA finds it that they want to do it, that's fine. I think I'm purposely going to watch both, just because we're podcasters. I want to have some content to talk about, and you know what? If I want to be crucial of it, I will. But if I see it and objectively, I'm like, I don't see how this is a bad thing. If I see them having fun and they have the artists that they want to have and whatever, I'm like, hey, you know what? These are right-wing people, and that fine. But those same people were very crucial of Kendrick Lamar last year. A lot of those people was like, what is he even saying? I don't speak ghetto. I don't know what he's saying out there. Who is Kendrick Lamar? I've never heard of him, right? And it's like, you know what? Look here, okay? The announcement for the Super Bowl is made months in advance. You have this many months to look at this person's discography. You got that long to get to know about him. It doesn't mean it's going to transform you into a Kendrick fan or a Bad Bunny fan. But at the very least, it would stop you from saying ignorant shit like, who is Kendrick Lamar? Who is even Bad Bunny? You saying that does nothing. Millions of people know who these artists are. It is literally you can't invalidate somebody by saying who is that person, because no one knows who the fuck you are. The same people like, who is Kendrick? Like, nobody knows you. You bake cookies for a couple people in your neighborhood. Good for you, right?
You're the president of the neighborhood watch.
Yeah. You're at all the fucking PTA meetings. Congratulations, okay? But you're playing yourself if you're like, I don't even know who Kendrick is. And let's be clear, I don't expect everybody to know who Kendrick is. This is a world with infinite people and infinite artists, right? So I get it. There's a lot of artists that I don't know.
Yeah.
Right? There's somebody, if I say, hey, do you know who Van Halen is? They'll be like, nah, who is that, bro? Mm-hmm. And some be like, how do you not know who Van Halen is?
Yeah.
How do you not know? Or be like, if you be like, you know who Smashing Pumpkins is? They're like, Smashing Pumpkins like for Halloween? I don't expect everybody to know who someone is, but you have months in advance to learn who these people are. And the fact that people are still trying to act like, it's anti-American to have Bad Bunny. Like, the dude is from Puerto Rico. That's U.S. soil. No, chances are it will not be in English. It's not going to be.
No, it won't.
It's not going to be in English. It's not going to be in English, but I mean, a vibe is a vibe. If it's a vibe and I'm like, yo, Bad Bunny ripped that shit up, then cool. But if it's not a great performance, I can objectively say like, I wasn't crazy about it.
Yeah, I think just the way it started out, where there are so many people that are already not really liking that he's performing. I already know it's going to be mixed reviews. I think he does have a huge fan base, and I don't know what percentage of those people are, in America. But yeah, I think, but like we already talked about why he's there. But I don't even want to go over that again. But
right.
I think Turning Point doing their own halftime show is it's cool. Like it's back in the day, In Living Color did a similar thing where they did like a little halftime, set or whatever. I think capitalizing off the halftime of the Super Bowl while you got everybody's attention and everybody's kind of already, got the TV on and stuff like that. I think it's a good idea. I think if they do it cleanly and they're not doing it in a hateful way, I think it's dope. But if they do it in a way where they're like running this like political narrative and they're being discriminatory to certain people, then that's when I'm just like, this is like exactly what we thought it would be. Yeah. But if they just come out there and they're like, yo, we love America, and they got some country artists out there and they just doing their thing, I think it's cool. But I don't know. I just have a feeling it's gonna turn into something that's a little bit like, trying to throw shots at people. Yeah, we're out here and we're singing all these songs in English. Like, you're gonna know every word to these songs. Like,
now, I'm pretty sure that what you've seen going on in this country is completely anti-American. And today, Mr. Funny Bunny wants to sing his songs in all Spanish. Well, guess what? We're going to sing our songs in English. Okay? And then everybody's like clapping like, yeah.
Oh, my God.
I think that everybody's going to make a statement, though. Just like, Kendrick Lamar made a statement last year where he used, like I want to say kind of like subliminal messaging with built into the act. Mm-hmm. The different Samuel Jackson and the different colors and
Uncle
themes.
Sam,
I think Bad Bunny's going to do that, but I think Bad Bunny's not going to do it. He's going to perform his songs mainly, but I think Bad Bunny's going to incorporate the current the current landscape and blend it into his act. I think he's gonna
start off the thing and he's gonna like shatter an ice cube, and then that's how he's
gonna. Damn, I can see that though.
Yeah,
but I can see him starting out his act in English, and he's like, "So, I guess some people do not want to see me up here right now," and everybody gonna go crazy, like, ah, and he'd be like. And then he just gonna bust out in straight Spanish. Like he's gonna start off with the message in English like he did on SNL.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be all Spanish.
Yeah.
And the thing about
that's the thing about America though is we don't have I don't believe we have like a national language.
No, we don't.
So I think most people obviously speak English, but we have
that's not even from the United States though. It's from freaking God damn it. Where did English originate?
You mean England?
Huh?
England?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, I would.
That's the origin.
Probably so. Yeah,
it's definitely not in Britain or nothing like that.
Well, England and Great Britain that's the same thing.
Oh well, excuse me.
Yeah, but regardless, America is a country that is kind of like a culmination of a bunch of different cultures.
Yeah,
so that's kind of what what the thing is. But I don't know. To me, this is just this is just nonsense. I'm a experience it all. Like I said, I do have a preference on who's actually singing, and also what I said ended up being true when I was talking about Taylor Swift not wanting to perform while Travis Scott was competing in the Super Bowl, because she had came out and said that afterwards. She was like, I would be trying to prepare, but she's like, I'm really in it. Like I really, am involved in watching the games and stuff like that with Travis Kelce. So she was like, I wouldn't be able to perform while I know like he potentially could be there. So so I think she won't do it until he retires. Until he physically can't be there at all,
That'd be crazy. He retire and she break up and find a new guy to date in the NFL.
Dang.
That'd be crazy.
Yeah.
Man, that'd be crazy. Like it's like she gonna come up with a song like, "You're so toxic to me. You don't play tight end anymore. So I am moving on. I have to keep being strong." Like, oh, here we go.
Supposedly she got a song like it's called Wood, and she like talking about Travis Kelce, like, you know what I'm saying? his region.
What?
It's like a sexual song. It's called Wood.
Really?
Yeah.
What's
I haven't heard it yet, but
I gotta see they're gonna what?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna play it. Hold on. Taylor Swift, Wood. It put in Wood instead of. It's woulda, coulda, shoulda. That's the wrong song.
See if I can find the lyrics.
What? I guess it just came out.
Yeah, she just dropped the album.
I wasn't on my radar. But see, once again, just because I don't know about the album doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, it's the biggest album in the world. Yeah, it's called Wood. Let me see. I'm not gonna play. I'm gonna see if I can look at the lyrics.
I'm reading it now. It just I don't know.
Daisy's bare naked. I was distraught. He loves me not. Penny's unlucky. I took him back and then stepped on a crack and the black cat laughed. And baby, I'll admit I've been a little superstitious. Fingers crossed until you put your hand on mine. Seems to be that you and me would make our own luck. A bad sign is all good. I ain't got to knock on wood. What? I don't know.
Okay. All right. I don't have enough. I don't have my white girl voice today. I can't sing this right now.
Mm-hmm.
We can't cultural appropriate. We need a white woman to sing this, Keith. This is cultural appropriation.
Oh, here's where it get nasty. It says, it's you and me forever dancing in the dark. All over me, it's understood. I ain't got to knock on wood. Forgive me, it sounds cocky. And then it says, he ahmatized me. It may be supposed to say like dickmatized me. And opened my eyes, redwood tree. It ain't hard to see. His love was the key that opened my thighs.
Damn.
She get nasty.
I love anal in the morning.
Oh,
God. I'm like, damn, fucking Taylor Swift shit.
She tried to make some freaky stuff sound like real poetic. Talking
Yeah.
about redwood trees and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's some weird shit. Anal in the morning, pine trees in the evening. Wow, Taylor, I didn't know she had it in her. Jeez, man.
Taylor.
You remember that song I put up of Taylor Swift, that rap song?
Yeah.
That shit was terrible.
Please don't play it again.
Oh, man, don't make me pull it up.
Yeah, don't do that.
Don't make me do it. All right, well, there's that. I'm going to be tuning into the Bad Bunny because I think Bad Bunny finna rip that shit, right? But I'm also tuning in to see what they doing, just to see what it is because they can't have they programming unless they got some. You know what? I think they gonna have Kid Rock performing.
Oh, and the thing.
I think that's a given. And I'm gonna say this: even though Kid Rock to me turned out to be a straight piece of shit, I think that his halftime performance was fire, bro.
Oh, back in the day.
Oh man, Kid Rock ripped it, dog. He ripped it straight up. Mm-hmm. He was going crazy. I remember that performance.
Yeah.
That shit was, my name is Kid. That shit went crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Ball with the ball, the bang, the bang. I used to fuck with Kid Rock, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It started getting weird.
Yeah, he just started getting weird. He turned into that character from Joe Dirt, for real.
Mm-hmm.
Get out of here, Joe Dirt. Nobody wants you around, man. Scram, little boy. Cry. Cry, little boy.
Yeah.
Get out of here, Joe Dirt. Nobody wants you here, man. All right, switching gears. Drake defamation lawsuit is dropped. Let me go ahead and read a little bit of this article here. Drake's lawsuit over Kendrick Lamar's diss has been dismissed. A judge has dismissed Drake's defamation lawsuit against Universal Music Group over Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us. Judge Jeanette Vargas ruled Lamar's lyrics, which accused Drake of associates of being certified pedophiles, were non-actionable opinion and could not be considered defamatory. Drake filed the lawsuit in January accusing Universal Music Group, the record label behind both rappers, of defamation by allowing the song to be published and promoted, saying it spread a false, malicious narrative. Drake's spokesperson said he will appeal against the ruling. UMG said it was pleased with the outcome and was looking forward to continuing its work with the Canadian star. Here's the deal. I think that Kendrick is such a sharp dude that he had to understand in some capacity that him saying that or using that artistic freedom, even if it landed in court, it would not work out. I feel like he had to, I don't know if he was just spitting shit and just was being a rapper, or if he had the foresight to know, like, even if I call him a pedophile, it's not going to stand up in court.
Yeah. I think what the judge said, I don't think Kendrick was thinking about that. I think he was just like rapping. But what the judge said was like, this is a rap battle. Like, you know, he's saying like, this is not defamation. This is a rap battle. You guys are, and that she basically was saying like, in the context of this whole rap battle, it was not looked at as like somebody like literally saying that this is what you are. It's just like an opinion based off of like, you know, just saying like mudslinging something like that. And then they also said like, you were the person that introduced the concept of pedophilia, because he made the song where he was like, Kendrick, tell him that he like little, you know, he made that weird like AI song with Snoop Dogg and Tupac. Yeah, and he was like, the judge said that you introduced that to the rap battle, and then Kendrick Lamar like literally responded to something that you said in that song. So,
imagine being a judge listening to that rap battle, every song, song for song.
Yeah.
And imagine being like an older judge, right? And you're immersed into this hip hop battle, and you don't really even listen to hip hop. I think that you're kind of forced to appreciate it.
Yeah. I think so.
And you could look at what Kendrick was saying, like especially when Kendrick made that real dark song. When he was like, when he's telling, talking to Drake's son, like, your daddy don't teach you shit.
Yeah.
You know? And I could
Somebody on Ozempic and stuff like that.
Yeah. I was like, dude.
That was like, there's not too much like hip hop horror music, but that reminded me of like a very hip hop.
That was super sinister, man. Very. And I'll say this too. Not because I have recency bias. I've been around a lot of the best battles of all time, and this was it. This was the best rap battle of all time that we witnessed. And you know what really made it worse? All the factors outside of the rap battle that made it. Like, not only did Kendrick whoop him at the end with Not Like Us, he released a super dope album. Like that, GNX is a classic album, right? Not only that, then the motherfucking hold on. So he wins the rap battle. Then he releases GNX. Then one of his dopest songs on there is called LA Dodgers, right? Then the Dodgers win the World Series.
Dodger Blue, right?
Yeah, Dodger Blue. So you released Dodger Blue before they won. And then they win. Wait, did they win first? I'm trying to think. When did the album come out? Was it December?
I think they won the championship after this song.
Really?
After that.
When did the album get released?
I think it was last September, I feel like.
Really? Let me see. GNX
I don't remember actually.
Release. Because if that's the case, that's even worse. Like how most it was released November 22nd of 24, and the Dodgers World Series 2024. To get the exact.
Oh, it had to be before then. Yeah. So the World Series would have been like in November or something.
It was October 28th that they won.
Oh, October 28th. And when was it released?
With the album?
Yeah.
The album was released. November 22nd.
Oh, okay. So after the.
But I don't know. I don't know. That song was probably still made before.
Yeah. It's not necessarily connected. It's just the energy around it.
It's just the energy. That's all I'm saying. All I'm saying. There was no major events happening in Canada around that time. But it seemed like everything that LA was just going crazy. And then what else happened around that time?
I mean, he got the Grammys. He got the Super Bowl.
Yes.
Super Bowl.
He got
show,
the fucking tour.
Then the stadium tour.
Yes.
So that just made the stadium tour go even crazier. And people said they loved the show. So
not too long ago, recently, this nigga Kendrick was in Mexico turning up. Do you see that? Bro, he was in Mexico. That was
I mean, on his tour.
yeah.
Oh yeah. He's on like the international leg now of the tour.
He's still rocking with. Oh my god.
Yeah, tour still. So he's done with American dates, but now
Got
he's
you.
doing the international thing.
But it's like, yo, Mexico was good, and they was shooting off fireworks and shit.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, to be honest, Mexico is a little too. It's basically, it's closer to L.A., so it's not like crazy to believe he in Mexico. You know,
I mean, he's an international artist.
He is.
So I don't. Any big artists, they gonna hit like Mexico, then they gonna hit Europe, then they gonna hit Australia.
There
Like
you
when
go.
you're a person of that stature, you gonna tour the world, like literally tour the
he can
world.
go to Australia. Peekaboo, I just got the booties on my chain. Peekaboo, Peekaboo, just got a kangaroo on my chain. No, here we go. Peekaboo, I just got a crocodile on my chain.
A crocky, mate.
I got a big one on my chain. It's a big one.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what the international tour looks like, but all the biggest acts they hit, they definitely hit Mexico, a couple cities in Mexico, and then they gonna hit Europe, and then they gonna do obviously like England, maybe France, a couple cities.
Hit up Germany.
countries in there.
They're going to be in Germany like, and they're going to go to Africa. They're going to be like,
I don't really see. Some people hit Africa.
I'm playing.
Yeah, some people don't. I know J. Cole had did a show out there. No, Johannesburg. A lot of people be hitting Johannesburg and during the tours. But a lot of the countries, they can't even afford to have like concerts out there. So some of them, some of the major cities.
J. Cole go to Nigeria like, J. Cole, what are you doing here? J. Cole, I love your music. When are you going to give back to your community? Your community of black people seem like they are having bad problems. Like, oh man.
Yeah.
Nigga, you go out there and it's gonna be it's gonna be people standing up trying to talk to you during the act.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's funny.
Shout out to Kendrick, man. But I still think Drake is dope. But I mean, two things could be true. Drake is dope, but he's corny. The other, actually, yesterday, I was in the mall just grabbing a few things, and they started playing like some vintage Drake from like 2009.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just like playing some of his jams. I was like, Drake was so dope.
Yeah.
Like if people only understood how dope Drake was in like 2009 to 2010, 2012, right in there, and at 2013, like right in that pocket, Drake has some straight fire. Like he been dope. Like the last super dope album that he released, in my opinion, was Scorpion.
Mm-hmm.
That's the last dope album he released. Everything after that was kind of dog water. But what's that? Take Care was an underrated album.
Take Care was dope.
Yeah, it was super dope album.
Yeah, I think Drake, what he got to do is like, I think the thing about it is like before, I always reference J. Cole, but before J. Cole dropped the off season, he had literally like moved back into, I don't know if he's literally living there, but he was like, it seemed like he was spending days there. But he moved back into his old apartment, like the apartment he talked
did.
about. Yeah, and he was
Making music.
Yeah, and he was recording on a little
sock.
thing. He got a sock over his thing, and I think when J. Cole is really rich, so I feel like when you have gained a lot of money, you got a lot of fans, like the streaming numbers is crazy, the tours is selling out. Like you're so detached from like the hunger that got you into the game. And I think for him, he needed to kind of go back to something that it's almost like
that Forest Hills drive time.
Yeah, it's almost like if you're an athlete and like, Jay Rice would always be hitting those hills. Like after every season he would hit these hills, and it's kind of like a very like treacherous like run up, a bunch of like hilly, mountainous areas or whatever. And that's what he would do, whether he won a championship or not. Like he was always hitting those hills. And I think for Drake, because he's so wealthy, like his schedule is so crazy, he doesn't really have, and not that he doesn't make music, but I just think his lifestyle was different, He probably has a chef in his house. His house is like enormous, like, that same, I'm not even call it like a hunger, but that same like energy that he had, like when he was just trying to make it and trying to get on and trying to be seen by Lil Wayne, like he just don't have it because his lifestyle is completely different.
Absolutely.
So I think for him, it would be dope for him. Like if I was to give him some advice, would be like, yo, like go to Canada, maybe rent like an apartment or get a crib next to where you used to, where you grew up with your moms or whatever, and then turn it into a studio and bring a couple people out there, and like just so you can have, you will never be able to recreate that, but at least you'll have like a glimmer of what it was like when you was like hungry and coming up.
That nigga J. Cole need to come to our studio.
Not J. Cole.
Oh, what?
I'm not talking about J. Cole. I'm talking about Drake.
Oh, Drake. Oh, okay.
Yeah. J. Cole is like
he's grounded.
He doesn't have like he don't need the hunger. I'm talking about Drake. Drake is he's so out of here that he just, I feel like the passion in which he created music.
Drake need to go back about 15 years. He need to go back to Tim Westwood and with the
BlackBerry. Somebody gotta send him a BlackBerry, and
I think Drake needs to go and do a lot more media, and do media that's inconvenient to him. Mm-hmm. To where like he needs to go on a Breakfast Club. I know Charlamagne hates him, and this probably wouldn't be a great interview, but he has to learn how to ground himself, make himself uncomfortable, and if they ask him questions about whatever, like don't be afraid of it, because I think he goes on convenient media that does not ever challenge anything he does.
I wouldn't say that though, because I feel like I don't mind like people challenging you. The only thing that I would say is like these people talk crazy about Drake.
They do.
It's some platform like Charlamagne talk crazy about Drake. I personally wouldn't want to go on no platform where like somebody
openly disrespecting
just like, and not even like about the music, just like on some disrespectful personal.
Respectfully, Kendrick hasn't been there either.
Yeah, he hasn't been there in a while.
Yeah, he probably looks at it like this is not what I want to be a part of.
Yeah.
So I think that
I don't think the interviews is gonna make his music better. I just think he need to get like
that's not the thing.
Find a space where he can get that hunger back.
It's the things around the music that make the music better.
What do you mean?
Like literally, like you mentioned, being grounded, maybe finding
for sure,
conveniently downsizing or whatnot. Mm-hmm. Like you've been rich for so long. You know what I do, and I don't do this directly, but it grounds me. I swear to God, I'm not even playing with you. Whenever I go get fuel out in Riverside, because I load up and get fuel at Riverside at a refinery. Mm-hmm. When I went and got my CDL license 10 years ago, I didn't get it here in Bakersfield. I had to get on the. I left my car out here in town. I actually left my car at my aunt's house because if I was going to be over the road trucking, I didn't want to have it like out at the yard out in Riverside. Mm-hmm. So I left my car here in town with my aunt, and I hopped on the Greyhound to Riverside, and I stayed out there to get my CDL. I was out there for months, right? Excuse me. And there was a hotel that they had the truck drivers in, right? So there's a hotel that they started us in. And then there was another one they moved us to when we got towards the end of the school. And when I'm driving into, in the Inland Empire or the IE off the 10, I can look to the right and I see the hotel that I stayed in. Mm-hmm. That's where I stayed when I didn't hardly have no money to my name and I was waiting to get over the road, right? Mm-hmm. And then as I keep driving, after I get loaded, the other hotel is on the left side of the freeway. It's a Holiday Inn Suites, and it's like this little area back there. Mm-hmm. And I look at that, and it just reminds me. It just grounds me because I can look at that. That's where I was 10 years ago, mm-hmm. right? And not to make it like I'm Drake or anything, but I'm in a much better position than I was 10 years ago.
Yeah.
But I never get a chance to forget it, mm-hmm. simply because I see it, and I always acknowledge it. I always look at both hotels. When I'm coming into Riverside, I look to the right and I see the Comfort Inn Suites. Mm-hmm. Then when I pass it and I get off on Riverside Boulevard and I load up, I get back on the freeway on the 10 again, headed west, mm-hmm. and I look over to the left side and I see the Holiday Inn, mm-hmm. and I'm like, dang, bro, like I could never forget where I was.
Right.
You know, in the chance that I took, because when I left my job back then, the job that I had, I didn't leave on no 2-week notice. They asked me, hey, we got a class that's starting. It'll be starting on Friday. Can you come out here now? Otherwise, you'll have to wait for a month. And I said, I'm going to come now. So I left my job without sending a 2-week notice.
Yeah.
So I didn't have no backup plan. I didn't have nothing.
Yeah.
And
2-week notice is overrated.
Yeah, it is overrated now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, hey, man, what's up? I quit.
Yeah, it's like I'm gonna convenience you for a job that's inconvenient me. It's like, y'all ain't been giving me no hours, you ain't giving me no raise, and I'm supposed to give you a 2-week notice.
Well, the 2-week notice is for them so they could, replace you by then.
Right, yeah.
Or they could keep you for the 2 weeks and then they hire somebody and you train the person.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's for the convenience of the company, not for...
I feel like if you're in a good position, you know what I mean?
Then do it.
But some jobs be like, dog, y'all not built like this.
Yeah, 100%. I dig that. But yeah, man, like you mentioned, Drake has to find whatever that is. Because, all these moves he's making now, it's just like you've been rich for so long that you become disillusioned by your own success. And you don't ever want to get there. And I pray to God that I never become so successful that I'm not grounded anymore.
I wonder why though. Like, I think it has something to do with music, right? Because I think musicians live as like a superficial lifestyle. I think music and sports, that's primarily like the thing where you find that at, where like somebody might get, how like they always say like a lot of athletes have their best year pre the big contract, like that year before they get that big contract. That's when they usually ball out or play the most games or whatever the case may be. And then musicians, usually their first album is sometimes that's the peak for them. But yeah, you don't see that in other areas though. Like you don't see that, like say for example, like filmmakers. A lot of times, like a Ryan Coogler, for example, like he seems to still be locked in. Like I don't think he's kind of resting on his laurels. Or, many other filmmakers, like they just continue to, put the same amount of, at least to my knowledge, put the same amount of effort into creating, new films and new projects and stuff like that as they did the last one. So I don't know. Musicians, they gotta figured out. You gotta find that hunger, man. Find that thing that inspired you to start writing and making music in the first place.
Yep. Whatever it is, Drake, you need it. Got to stop this. Okay. All right. Switching gears. Kyren Lacy. We talked about Kyren Lacy recently, and they spoke about his innocence, but there's more nuance to the story. Now they're seeing things that can make him possibly liable. So let me go ahead and run this video to give it some more information here. Hold on one second.
He's dead, and he's...
Did you see a green Charger flying that way? A green Charger that going that way?
There was a green Charger. There was a green Charger that caused all this.
SRT8, he caused all that. He went to pass the cars way back there, sir.
The green Charger collided with these cars?
He went right into
He went right with the truck, okay? He was passing up with her right now, and she had no choice. She hits the pole.
How are they injuries? What are they?
She got a broken ankle.
Playing back injuries and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I was
So 2 back injuries, 1 broken ankle.
Yeah,
I just saw the D-line. It was cars behind me because I'm taking my time.
And the Charger passing all these cars in this
everybody.
lane.
And
so almost hit this one head on.
No, he almost hit this. It was a gold truck. I got his number right here. That's why I took his number and his name.
Almost hit.
He was his name, but
Okay.
Okay. So if you can make out anything there, it's basically there's multiple witnesses that are stating that although he may have not been in the crash, he caused people to overcorrect, which caused the crash. I think it's important that when you talk about these topics initially, if you find any additional information and you feel there's something to talk about, you should come back and do it. Otherwise, it's irresponsible. To paint Kyren Lacy as completely innocent is not, it looks to be not true. Unfortunately, he took his life. Maybe he felt some responsibility for what had happened and it was eating at him. And God bless him, man. May he rest in peace. But somebody else died in that accident. And, irresponsible driving can cause other people, even if you don't get an accident, it can cause them to overcorrect. And he's a young guy, and he was driving a Charger, I believe. And I'm not sure which one it was. Probably a Scat Pack or 392. One of those.
He says SRT8.
SRT. So these young men, that's how they think they need to drive those cars. And it's like, nah, you don't do that. If you want to make it home at night, please don't do that. And this is the end result. And we heard the cop at the end saying, hey, can you put that you seen this happen or this happen? It still looked like coercion. However, I think that the cop wanted to make sure Kyren was implicated in this.
Yeah. I'll read what the what was it? WWLT. Maybe this is like a Louisiana news whatever, some city in Louisiana
Lafayette.
No, it doesn't say that. It says 2 agencies are offering 2 very different versions of what happened in the crash that led to the former LSU wide receiver Kyren Lacy's arrest. And now questions are swirling about who was really at fault. So this is kind of why we're doubling back, because initially it was like Kyren Lacy did, obviously initially it was like Kyren Lacy basically was involved in a hit and run kind of situation. And then we realized, we doubled back and said that, he was 100 yards away or 70 yards away, depending on who was ever saying, who was ever saying it, or who was saying, given the details. And then we found out, like, dang, he was wrongfully, accused of something, and he wasn't even nowhere near the car accident. And then now they doubling back, because I feel like when they released that footage from the gas station, I think that the police department and different people were like, nah, like, we released it because we were trying to be transparent, but y'all making it sound like he didn't do anything wrong. So I think now this is where, the kind of back and forth is going. It says the Lafourche Parish District Attorney Office is directly challenging the Louisiana State Police's version of events, claiming that the agency's crash report contains several inconsistencies. WWL Louisiana obtained Lacy's full case file from the DA's office, which lays out a different account of the moments leading up to and following the deadly crash. It says the disputed evidence. Key to both reports is surveillance video from a nearby gas station. The video was cited in LSP's report and recently released to the public. However, the DA's office says the audio in the video isn't properly synced, and an issue they argued would make it appear that Lacy is in closer proximity to the crash. According to LSP's report, the Cardenez was facing an imminent head-on collision after the gold truck swerved, but the DA disputes that. Their analysis states that Lacy had already returned to his lane 1 second before the crash, which is before any evasive action was taken by the driver of Cardenez, and at that moment, the vehicles were 361 feet apart. The DA's report notes that if the area had been a legal passing zone, Lacy would have been back in the correct lane with 3 times the required distance and would have not been responsible for any crash. So there's conflicting witnesses' testimony, and then the state police also responded, and I'll read this, and this will be the last thing that I say on it. It says, Louisiana State Police stands by their fatality crash investigation. In the course of that investigation, that many troopers across our state and trained reconstructionists, as well as crash investigators, we utilized evidence that included eyewitness reporting, several video survey evidence, as well as physical evidence on the scene that is normally done, whether it's measurements to determine distance between vehicles or speed of vehicles and other factors that result in crash. Colonel Robert Hodges said, once again, we stand by our investigation that we forwarded over to the district attorney's office in the Lafourche Parish. So you can see there's conflicting evidence. Some people are saying that, he had enough distance, and some people are saying that if he did pass and this was a legal passing zone, that he would have more than enough time to get back. I think that this is what I would say. When you see somebody swerve out of the lane like that, they're not doing that because they just want to run head on into somebody else. I can see, regardless of how much time had passed and if you thought that the person was getting back into their lane or whatever, if I'm seeing somebody coming directly to me, that's a scary moment. Like, you feel like you're going to run into somebody head on, no matter how much time that they're saying that there needs to be. I feel like if you're in an area, because, you go out of town a lot and you be hitting like different roads. What are these? If it's one is that called a one-way street? If they're going, if it's one lane going this direction and one lane going the
It's like
opposite.
a 2-lane highway.
2-lane highway, yeah. So if you have a 2-lane highway and the lines are dotted, you understand that there may be somebody that is coming into your lane, because we just know that based off of
They're trying to pass.
Yeah, we know that this is a passing area, so you may see some people get into your lane like that.
Yeah.
But if I'm driving in an area where the line is a strict line and there's no dotted
It's telling
lines
you
in
can't
that,
do it at all.
yeah, I may be like, yo, what is going on here? And that may cause me to swerve. And everybody deals with, high tense and stressful situations differently. So that person may have seen that and was like, oh, and then they just, swerve into that lane, which is unfortunate. But regardless of any of that, this young man did something illegal. And whether it was his fault or maybe he had a micro fraction of, consequences of that car crash happening, he should have just stayed in his lane and he should have just drove behind those people, and none of this would have been his fault at all.
Yeah.
So I just, I think, originally we came in here and we kind of made it a thing where he had zero fault in this, and the police were trying to coerce people into talking like that. But I genuinely think, like, after reading that and seeing the different eyewitnesses saying that, I don't think that, like, I think I mentioned it before, like, I don't think that they were trying to, like, paint him as, like, some bad person. I genuinely think that this was a occurrence that he had some I wouldn't know what the term would be, like he helped aid this car crash happening. And it's unfortunate that, he took his own life, but also we won't really see this play out in court. And I don't know if, because he's gone, like, they're going to just kind of throw the case away, or they're just going to keep arguing over the internet. But because he took his own life, like, we don't even, I don't know how much time and, energy they're going to continue to invest in this. And I think at this point, like, you got the DA and then you got the police department in that area. Everybody is, like, kind of mudslinging at this point. And
yeah,
I don't know if we're ever going to really get to the truth of the matter.
I think that there was a lot of people. There was some dude named Rico Knows, I think his name is. Mm-hmm. And, like, he went in on Kyren Lacy, like, immediately. Like, we could be sad about this for 8 hours and move on, but yeah, this guy's a piece of trash. He's this, he's that. And I think there was a lot of that going around. Before people had the facts, they were just, calling this person a loser and a liar and all of these things. Mm-hmm. And I think that when times like this, I think a lot of microaggressions come out of people. Mm-hmm. I think that they already don't like the person for whatever reason, that they're an athlete or they're black or whatever it is. And then they act off that impulse. I think it takes a lot of self-awareness to, even though me and Keith came out with the evidence that had been released and said, like, this guy's completely innocent, and they framed him and now he's dead. Now we went back literally the next week with more information and gave that to our listeners. Mm-hmm. I guarantee you, all the podcasts that you listen to, hardly any of them will come back with additional facts the next week or later on, simply because people don't want to be wrong, mm-hmm. right? It's not even that me and Keith were wrong or right. The only information that was available was this, mm-hmm. and then with more information, we were able. It's okay to change your opinion or update it with new information. That's called maturity,
right?
Right. You don't sit there. It's like, if you eat 5 cupcakes a day, you'll get fat, mm-hmm. and it's like, no, you won't get fat, and then you eat 5 cupcakes a day, and now you fat, and you like, you know what? With new information, now I know I can't eat 5 cupcakes a day. Mm-hmm. And it's like, imagine how dumb you look if you're eating 5 cupcakes, you're getting fatter and fatter and fatter. You're like, no, it's not the cupcakes.
Yeah, I mean, people used to smoke on planes and inside
restaurants
and stuff like that, and now they don't do that no more because we've kind of updated our information, and we know that that's not healthy for you.
And also because of secondhand smoke.
Right.
Cigarettes kill motherfuckers that don't smoke.
Right.
You want to know how bad cigarettes are? There could be a building that's been abandoned for like 50 years, mm-hmm. and the cigarette smoke will still be staining the walls. Mm-hmm. Have you ever been to, like, I think the Fox Theater was like that. The walls had cigarette stains on them for years.
Oh, I didn't know.
Oh, yeah. Those old buildings like the Fox Theater, until they get renovated, if you look at the wall, it looks like somebody poured coffee all over it. That's cigarettes.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you know cigarettes are terrible.
Right, yeah.
Oh, man.
It's a tar.
Yeah, especially, the worst mixture is people that smoke cigarettes and they have pets.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, it smells like cigarette cats in this motherfucker.
That fragrance, yeah.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
Wherever they go, they can spray cologne on and everything. Get in the shower, still smell like cigarette cat cologne.
Yeah.
Like, oh, man.
Yeah.
They wearing Guess cologne. Guess it smell like cats and cigarettes.
That's funny.
All right, man. Let's wrap this thing up here. This last one here, man. Switching gears. Unfortunately, Saweetie accused of having a madam. For those that don't know what that is, they're saying that she's selling it. All right. And I think that sex work nowadays is not looked at as a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
And Saweetie, man, she's very attractive. I'm pretty sure whoever she's selling it to.
Sex is a lucrative business.
It's a lucrative business. Maybach May accuses Saweetie of unpaid debts and exploiting Jadon Sancho. I don't even know who Jadon Sancho is. I don't know who that is.
It's like a athlete. It might say it in the article, though.
Okay. The influencer world collided with hip-hop and football drama this week when influencer Maybach May detonated an Instagram expose aimed squarely at rapper Saweetie in a series of posts that instantly caught fire online. May accused the My Type star of failing to pay a club hosting service during multiple international appearances, including 2025 trip to Africa. However, allegations did not stop there. And this is what she put on her Instagram. It says, "Hey, Saweetie, I see you playing internet games on Beyonce Internet Child. Let me know how you want to play this. I'm either going to receive my money from you or I can start addressing some of them rumors with TMZ. Damn. We spent almost a month in Africa. You should know I wasn't going to let you play me out some money." Then the next one said, "I tried to be nice. Nice don't get you nowhere." Then the next one, "Cocaine, witchcraft, and liquor is a hell of a mix. Send me my bread, home wrecker, Saweetie." Damn, she going in. I want to make one thing clear. I booked her for an appearance to visit the Chelsea Stadium and support the soccer team. As my last post shows, instead of paying me, she fell in love with the client and told him not to pay me. I was a road manager with her getting her deals. I was solid to this girl. She got what she wanted and never paid me. Simple. I want my money. Oh, man. Saweetie better. Oh, man. This is wild, bro. She's saying all kind of stuff. Let me go read the actual article now. That's all Instagram. This is just crazy, bro. Anyways, what else does this say here? Screenshots of purported text messages shared by May suggest that Saweetie instructed Manchester United forward Jadon Sancho to finance her extravagant lifestyle. Most jaw-dropping allegation. Saweetie openly discussed Sancho's so-called trick rate, making the soccer professional a financial target, not merely a beau. Oh, man. So she basically saying he was paying for it. Dang, that sucks. Both Sancho and Saweetie have been silent on the scandal, and the deafening silence is just stroking the flames. The worst possible timing could not have come for Jadon Sancho, already on the hot seat for unsteady play. The soccer player has been openly boasting about his relationship with Saweetie all summer. Oh, Lord. Poor guy. In August 2025, Sancho even inked Saweetie's middle name. No.
He got a tattoo?
Yeah.
Dang.
Her name is Diamante. Behind his ear, a lasting tribute that is now regrettable poster child for poor taste. Fans already frustrated by Sancho.
Adding too much opinion in there,
Yeah,
bro.
that's exactly.
Yeah. They might be really rocking. You know what I mean?
He might have been paying for the pussy and is like, you know what?
Like, I really like her.
I like her. I'm gonna keep paying for it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You know what's funny?
I think that. Go ahead. My bad.
What I was gonna say about Saweetie is I've seen her in interviews and stuff like that, and like she's very seductive. Like she has a very very playful, feminine way about her, to where like she could be talking and she articulates herself very well, and she could I feel like she could get you to do stuff. Like she could get you to spend money with. Like a guy like me, I'm gonna be able to see through it. But when you got bread,
nah, Saweetie will get you wrapped up too.
I don't know. I would pay for it. I ain't gonna lie.
You would be
I'd pay for it.
Spending all your money on her.
But but let's be clear. Let's say I was paying for it a little bit, right? Mm-hmm. If I was paying for it, I'm not dumb enough to believe that she would be into me. This nigga's paying for it and was like, "Oh my, I love her."
I think it might be the opposite though. Like we only getting this from like who knows? Like, you know, I'm just speculating. I'm just saying that we just getting this information from this person who we never really heard before. You know what I mean? And the way she made it sound, I set you up to have an appearance over here, like a managerial type of situation. And then you fell in love with one of my clients, or I'm gonna say fell in love, but you started messing around with one of my clients and now you're not paying me. I think it might be a situation where they might actually be rocking together, and dude might, you know, he might be like really like her, but he also might be paying for her. I'm just saying, like, if she's tricking in the traditional way, like, ain't nobody getting no name tattooed on just some escort. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't think that he would be getting the middle name tattooed on the back of his ear if she's just some sort of escort. So I just say it might be a what's that movie with the girl? She's like a prostitute and she falls in love with the rich guy.
I can't remember.
It's
Is it Richard? It's not Richard Gere, is it?
Yeah, yeah.
Gere?
With the other girl, I forget.
Is it
her
called
name.
The Client?
No, not that.
Fuck.
What's the name of that movie? I'll find it. You go ahead and talk.
Yeah, man. I don't know, man. I think that's unfortunate. Saweetie's still very young, very attractive, but I think like also she was supposedly known for yachting, being on like boats and whatnot.
Pretty Woman. Sorry,
Pretty Woman. That's it. Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Who was in that movie? Is it Melanie Griffith or no?
I forget the name of the actress.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I don't know if it might be Melanie Griffith.
Richard Gere and Julia Roberts.
Julia Roberts, I'm tripping. Yeah. I'm thinking I got a totally different movie. Mm-hmm. But yeah, man. I don't know, man. I just think Saweetie, man, good luck to her, man. If she got like a cocaine habit. but the thing she was saying, like, I think that you got to be careful how you treat people. Because ultimately, those people can have like I won't say leverage against you, but they kind of can. They know things. Like there's some people that I know, and I look at how they treat people, and I've got so much ammunition on these people, but I would never say anything. Mm-hmm. But if I chose to say something, I could ruin them with the truth. Mm-hmm. I don't have to make up anything. Mm-hmm. I can say, this is what you said, this is what you do, this is how you are, this is what I've paid attention to. Boom, 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 mm-hmm. and it's just all be truth.
Yeah.
And then when you're a person that has integrity and you say these things, people are gonna believe you because they're gonna know that you don't ever talk like that. Mm-hmm. So they're gonna be like, "Yo, Eddie said this. I think that guy's."
Sometimes the truth don't matter though. Like, say this girl's telling the truth, it's not really affecting Saweetie in any sort of way.
No,
like, she not.
Saweetie might get out in front of her like, "Yeah, I sell pussy." Hot girl said.
Yeah, or she just don't say nothing and continue living.
And plus,
her life.
sex work is like not frowned upon anymore.
Yeah,
it has been It's been pretty socially acceptable. People saying like, "I got flown out." Like that's literal prostitution.
I think
I gotta say this: if you've ever been in a situation where a man has flown you out and the objective was sex, like let's say you live in California, this person lives in like Florida. Mm-hmm. And they wanted to fly you out to a nightclub and they want to take you out on the town and all of that. They pay for your hotel. They pay for this. They did all that. And then you guys basically had sex. That's literal prostitution.
That's not prostitution.
Flying somebody out is technically prostitution.
That's not prostitution.
It's sex in exchange for goods. You're taking somebody, man, let me look this up. Man.
That you're not paying them though. Like,
no.
That's the prostitution where you're paying to have sex with somebody. Flying somebody out is not prostitution.
Hold on, bro. I'm looking this up right now. All right, let's see here. Flying out is not it's not answering the question, right? says flying out is not a direct synonym for prostitution, but it is often associated with sex tourism, which can involve traveling to a different location to engage or facilitate prostitution. Flying out to a destination for this purpose is illegal under federal law, specifically the Mann Act, which it prohibits transporting someone across state or international lines for immoral purposes. So it's sex tourism. This is a business of traveling to a location to engage in sexual activity, often with a transactional element, and is sometimes referred to as flying out to a destination. Nigga, I'm telling you.
But that's not what you said.
Yes, I did. I said you flying somebody out is sex in exchange for goods.
You didn't put you said they fly out, they have sex, they have dinner, all that stuff. If you're paying for somebody to come out, that's sex work, so that's prostitution. But what you're saying is just flying somebody out is not prostitution. It's not illegal to just fly somebody out, hang out with them, have sex with them, go out to eat. That's not prostitution. You have to actually exchange some sort of goods, a vehicle, a nice bag or something. That's the prostitution part, not just flying somebody out.
So if a person flies you out and they got a truck waiting for you at the airport,
that's prostitution.
Okay, then that's what happens most times, Keith. They don't just fly you out and you got to get a fucking skateboard to the hotel. They get you in. They get you a Tesla, or they get you a truck. They send you a truck. They book you a hotel.
But you're skirting the actual definition of it by like creating like a scenario. Prostitution is a very specific thing where there is sex in exchange for goods and or money or whatever. Flying somebody out is not prostitution. That's the same thing. Like
that's a plane ticket.
If that's not a good. That's not an exchange.
That's what I'm saying.
A good.
It's just a plane ticket. But once you get into the city limits and you start getting somebody at Tesla for them to get in, and you get them a hotel, these things start to become goods. You don't just stop it there and they get on a fucking skateboard, Keith.
That's not prostitution.
It is prostitution. It's textbook prostitution. If someone is flying you out and then you go to the bar with them and they leave money on the counter and whatnot.
That's prostitution.
Well, that's what's happening.
You're
most times.
conflating like different things.
No,
and you're talking about most times. Prostitution is the traditional prostitution is you go on Union, you ask for some head, and you give them $60 and you send them on their way.
That's simple prostitution.
If I'm a basketball player and I like a girl, I play basketball in Milwaukee. I like this girl from Miami. I fly her out, we do our thing, and then she go home or whatever, and I pay for her flight. That's not prostitution. If I buy her...
You buy her bag?
A bag. If I buy her a car, if I buy her... like some Louis Vuitton shoes or whatever.
That's prostitution,
That's
right?
prostitution.
That's happening a lot, Keith.
That's what I'm saying.
They're getting a lot of these girls' bags. It's sex in exchange for goods.
But what I'm saying is
we're having the same conversation, man.
No, but you're saying that somebody being flown out is prostitution.
No, that's a plane ticket. That's
what I'm saying.
Yeah, but it's different. I didn't stop there. I said they flying them out and then it's sex in exchange for goods. These are two separate conversations, but they both are taking place. So once you get off that plane and you book them a hotel and then you get them a bag and then you send them a Tesla rented.
Prostitution.
That's all prostitution. Don't get me wrong. Some of these chicks are fucking for free. But most women that are getting involved with the whole flying out culture, they're not going to just stop at a bag. They're going to be like, I'm not just going to be giving up my pussy for free because this is an athlete. Let me leverage my looks to get what I want from this guy. Mm-hmm. I forgot who it was. There was some girl on some live stream. She said NBA players are the biggest tricks. Like, I've been flown out a few times, and we went to dinner. We went to his hotel. He gave me $10,000 for the night. Yeah. Me and my friends went to the club. We had a great time. And then I slept with his friend the next day. And then we met. And I'm just like, this is wild.
I will say, too, though, that is going to be very hard to prove, like, in a legal sense.
I mean,
like,
I could find out.
It's a little easier to get somebody locked up in a more traditional sense, mm-hmm. like an escort service where you're paying for, you're literally saying like, here's $10,000, come hang out with me, whatever. We do whatever we want. And then, at the end of the night, these newer versions of it, it's like, you're not going to be able to pin these guys. Like, even with Diddy, the only reason he got locked up on these prostitution charges is because he was doing it in a more traditional sense. Like, it wasn't like the basketball players that's flying girls in from every city.
Yeah.
And then, like, that's more like, I guess it's technically prostitution, but it comes off more as just like a tricking kind of thing. Like, you just,
I mean, tricking could be prostitution.
It is, but what I'm saying is no judge is going to like arrest you for tricking. You know what I mean? It has to be more in a traditional prostitution sense.
I think the language could save you from being arrested. Like, you know, I like to give gifts. You know, this was a gift.
That's
to
what
her.
I'm saying. Yeah,
this was a gift. That was a gift.
Yeah.
This was a gift. If you could frame under legal terminology, then you could probably get away with it. But there's certain things that are undeniable, especially once the money starts getting crazy. Like if you're paying a chick $12,000, they're going to end up, that's illegal because they're going to end up finding all kinds of things.
But the reason I know it's not, that no one is getting locked up for that, is because Diddy just went on trial for this exact reason. He didn't get arrested under the prostitution for paying the one Jane Doe or Carisha or whoever it was an allowance for being his partner. Like, he got arrested because, or he's going to prison because of the male prostitutes that he was paying cold hard cash to come have these freak offs with them. So that's we've seen it in real time. Because the one girl that took the stand, she was saying like, yo, he was paying my rent and I was getting X amount of dollars per month to, you know, hang out with him and have freak offs and all this other stuff.
That was a subscription service.
Yeah, pretty much. They did the Toyota thing on, you know, with Diddy, Diddy did the whole Toyota service.
My God, pay an extra $25,000 for it.
Yeah, it probably was free for the first month, and then he'd start upping the, you know, start taking it away.
It was a free freak off trial.
Yeah.
God damn.
After that first year, then he started charging that subscription fee.
Oh my goodness, man. That's the thing, man. And a lot of these NBA, I think it's dangerous too, because the scary thing about it is let's say you're on Instagram, you're a professional athlete. You play for like, I don't know, you play for Phoenix, you play for the Phoenix Suns.
Yeah.
You play a game in Los Angeles. And then you see some super beautiful. If you guys ever watching an NBA basketball game, I want you to look at don't look at the floor seats, but I want you to look at least 3 rows back. That's where all the very beautiful women are.
They got the floor seats and then they got the whore seats.
Yeah, it's in the whore section.
Yeah.
And it's you got every shade, black, white, Mexican, Indian, just beautiful, just fine women right there.
Those are tickets that be at will call.
Those are the tickets that are like the players are like handpicking them. Because there was a dude, oh my God, who was it? Oh, there was a dude that said Klay Thompson took his girl. Like she, basically he said, this is the story.
Hey, Klay Thompson roster is crazy.
Yeah, I know. Klay Thompson, yeah.
I don't know. He got that dry humor. He probably be bagging all kind of females.
Yeah, different shades too. Black, white, Mexican, all of them. But Klay Thompson, I guess, some dude was with his girlfriend at a game, and I forgot what the conversation was, but everybody was talking and whatnot, and he basically, she said, I got to go to the bathroom, and then she went to the bathroom, and she didn't come back for hours. It got so bad that he ended up like calling this girl. She wouldn't answer the phone, and then later on, like they just like basically broke up. Mm-hmm. And he found out she was talking to Klay Thompson.
Dang.
What a way to find out.
You know what it is? It's like when you're a musician or an athlete, you got championship rings.
Money.
You done reached the pinnacle of whatever you're doing. It's just power.
Yeah.
You know, money for sure. But just power. You have that power over, you know, and everything comes easy to you, you know. Even happens, you know, even before NIL deals and stuff like that. You got guys like Reggie Bush that was dating like Kim Kardashian in school and college.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's hanging out with celebrities. You got guys like Johnny Manziel that's hanging out with like rappers and stuff while he's in college.
Yeah.
So it's different, man. You know, you could be a great guy, you know.
Hey, bro, but you got to understand the landscape back then, how great USC's football team was back then. We talking 2005. Bro, that team back then, bro, oh my God. I say like, I think that had to be like 06. So back then.
05, 06.
05, 06, yeah. So back then, you had Lindell White and Reggie Bush and Matt Leinart. They all had their own houses. Like they had like their own party spots where they was hanging out with big celebrities. And Reggie was getting paid, obviously. You know what I'm saying? But to be one of the best athletes in the whole city, even though you were a college athlete back then, this is before NIL deals and all that shit, that had to be wild.
Yeah.
Because Kim is, how old is
It's
she?
USC though. You know what I mean? Like anytime, if you are on a USC football team and USC is good, you in the heart of not in the heart of Los Angeles, but for the sake of the conversation, you're in the heart of LA, right? And you are, the biggest football team, and you guys are going to the national championship like back to back, pretty much. 2 Heisman Trophy winners. It's like it's Hollywood, man, and I'm sure ESPN, every one of their games was nationally televised. Like it was a big deal. So that type of stuff doesn't happen that often. And there have been great athletes that have come, like Cam Newton, obviously, and like I said, Johnny Manziel, and just different athletes like that. But none of them have been in the location like that, right? New York, they don't really have a lot of great college football playing up there. But if you are in California, in Southern California, and you're a good football player and your team is like nationally ranked, you'll be out of here.
Yeah, I'm looking at this here. Yeah, Kim is about to be 45 this month. Kim Kardashian is very attractive, bro. I just think the whole body surgery stuff is wild, bro.
Yeah.
That I think she was one of the first ones to really just start getting all this different surgery. You see what her mom did to her face?
Or she like snatched her.
But I'm not gonna cap. Kris Jenner actually looked good.
I haven't seen it, but I heard
she
that
looks like fucking Kim now.
That's crazy.
It's crazy. But when you got a lot of money, if you just look her up, god damn, Kim Kardashian got 354 million followers. How did that happen?
What's her mom's name?
Kris Jenner.
Oh, Kris Jenner.
She looks a lot younger, bro. Like you got to just put in right here. Here it is. Here it is. I'm gonna show you right now. It's gonna fuck you up. Look at this.
Oh, damn, I see it. Yeah, I seen that.
What the fuck? That's crazy. She turned into her fucking daughters, man.
She does look like Kim. Oh, she not with the black dude no more?
I don't know who that guy is. It must be her new young fuck buddy there.
A little blonde moment. Thank you, everyone.
Somebody said, "How is this possible? I know money, but still." Right. Chris and Kim out here playing Freaky Friday. She looks younger than Stormy Daniels. Paris Hilton put in there, "That's hot."
Yeah, that's funny.
Paris Hilton still talking like that. Well, actually, she doesn't. Paris Hilton is very smart, bro. She just dumbs herself down to like.
Yeah, she is. How would you say it? She's a little ditzy.
Yeah. Shout out to Paris Hilton. She looked pretty good. She's older too. I think Paris Hilton's like 43 or something like that.
She's 44.
44?
Mm-hmm.
Damn. See what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, I think that's enough of me speaking about anything Kardashian related. There's nothing else to talk about.
Yeah, not much going on.
That'll be crazy. A couple years from now, I'm dating Kim. I was like, oh my God. I never thought Eddie would do that.
I don't think you want to be Northwest's stepdad.
I'll be in there with Kim in the bedroom.
You gotta
I'll be in there with Kim in the bedroom. Kanye, I know this nigga not fucking my wife. I know he not doing this. On Donda, you not gonna be fucking my wife.
You got this podcasting nigga in here dicking down my ex-wife.
Oh man. Yeah, Kanye is wild, man. He gonna write a diss track to me. Like, this podcasting nigga trying to fuck my wife. This nigga trying to mess and interrupt my life. I never thought I would shoot a nigga, but Eddie gotta die. He a pod nigga. Like, oh my goodness. Fucking Kanye trying to kill me on a podcast? Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
He should start a podcast called the Mental Health Crisis Podcast, featuring Kanye West.
The MHC.
Yeah. He's like, man, he gonna have a mask on his face. His whole face gonna be covered in just a black mask with no breathing hole or nothing.
He gonna suffocate himself.
Yeah, this nigga be selling clothes that just look like mental health problems.
Yeah.
You see, he had looked like a homeless line. Everybody looked like they was like homeless Martians or something.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, this is. Remember he brought all his prices on his clothes down for a second.
Yeah, I think they're still down.
That's
I think
wild.
You can buy mostly everything for $20.
Do people wear that shit?
Yeah, people still buy his clothes.
Kanye is the only black man in America with white privilege, bro.
I don't think he got white privilege.
Yeah, he does. The amount of wild shit he said, and he's still out here just.
He got dropped from Adidas.
That didn't do nothing to his career. Kanye done said so much shit. He done said anti-Semitic shit. He done said mental health shit. He done went off on Sway in the morning. He done did all this stuff.
He's not in cahoots with nobody though. He don't have no.
That was satire, bro.
Yeah, he don't got no deals or nothing like that.
But Kanye,
everything he's doing is like dolo.
But he has like mind control over people, bro. Because he could say wild shit and they'll be like, "He's a genius. He's a genius."
But I don't think canceling is real because R. Kelly has done the worst of the worst crimes.
Yeah,
and people, was still outside the courthouse like saying that man was innocent. Cancellation comes from like corporate America.
But I think a vast majority of society is not okay with R. Kelly.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, nobody's ever really completely canceled because if you have, like, fans in today's day and age, same thing with Kanye West. Kanye West can say whatever. He can say anything about Jewish people. He could say something about Mexicans, whatever. Like, as long as he got, like, a core audience that's going to rock with him regardless of what he say. Same thing with us. If we say something wild and then we still... like maybe Spotify removes the podcast, but we still got some avid listeners that's like, man, we gonna listen to it whether it's on, Spotify or some, independent link that we put out. That's kind of how they moving now. So
I can't even explain Kanye West's clothes, man. I can't even explain. I'm looking at him right now.
On his website?
Yeah, I'm looking at his website, and it's just I don't even know what I'm looking at. It's just like a bunch of I don't even know. I think he has shoes on here too.
Yeah.
He got the Yeezy slides. Those are cheap. Those are $20. But he has some other. Was there some shoes here? These are what is that? It look like a shoe. Those
They're
actually
like little slip-ons.
They slip-ons, but the shoes look actually kind of cool though. These right here.
Oh yeah, those look cool.
Those look cool, but everything else just look like mental health problems. Yeah, this one look crazy right here. Freaking Kanye, man. What the fuck is this? Oh, wow. Oh, these look, you see the sock shoes he got?
Mm-hmm.
It looked like a sock, but it's a shoe.
Yeah. He got heels on here.
What? He got heels?
Yeah, they're like women's heels.
I think I see. Oh, yeah, I see it. The $60 ones?
$60, yeah.
Yeah, well, I don't know who's buying that. Somebody must be. It's probably, you know what's funny? It's probably a bunch of people in different countries that really fuck with this shit.
I think people in America rock with it.
They probably live in L.A. Probably like, those fucking...
I don't think his stuff is like hidden as much as it used to, just because he's kind of fell out of the graces of everybody. But
right,
yeah, it's maybe some people buying it. I just personally, I mean, I don't have a problem buying it because I'm not a person that's like boycotting Kanye West.
Nah, me neither.
But some of this stuff is just a hoodie. It ain't really nothing special going on.
Yeah. All right. Well,
if it was fire, I would rock with it.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't look like it. It looks like a bunch of black and gray. These shades. How much are these shades? $20.
$20 shades. I'm also skeptical about actually getting these products.
Why is that? They might take a year to get here.
I got to feel. I mean, I haven't heard nobody say it, but I don't know. I just don't trust the process that is gonna get to my house.
I heard that. I'm looking at these shades too. It's just like a rope in the back. What the fuck is this? You look like a Ninja Turtle wearing this shit.
Yeah, it's not fire, bro.
Nah, it's a strap. They selling a strap for $40. Like it's like a leather strap. I have no idea what it's. Oh, it's a belt. Okay, I see. They got the worst model ever. This nigga look like Mr. Potato Head. Look at this shit. You see this nigga right here? Look at it.
That's funny.
All right.
I
Enough
think
of
it's
this.
time to go.
Enough of this shit. All right. If you made it to the end of this podcast, we appreciate you. Thank you for listening to a Trucker's Mind podcast. I'm Eddie McGee.
It's your boy K Fings.
We're out of here.
Peace.